Alright everybody, good evening. As I'm sure I've made clear many times by now, tomorrow I'm actually going for an operation, something I've been waiting for 15 years. So I'm really excited about it. To the point where I really feel like a kid before Christmas. So, you know, however minute it is, there's a chance that I may never be able to see my favorite video games ever again. So I really want to play this as the last thing I do before I go under the knife. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Hang on. I don't think the right thing is actually on stream here. Something's just not quite right. Because we really just need to zen out here. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. I mean, I just really need to relax a bit before everything. And if there's one game that I want to see before we go for it, it'll be the Zen of Sudoku. We'll go for a new expert puzzle, just to really try our mettle here. Should be good, should be very good. Now we had this game once before, it was good times, so we're having it again. It was almost painfully relaxing, so we will have it. Let's go through it with the ones, shall we? I like to think that after I mastered this game earlier, I'm gonna have no problem with it whatsoever. So we start with ones. We've got a 1 here, a 1 here, a 1 there and there, so we must have a 1 right there. Anywhere else? Well, the 1 can't be here or here, or here or here. Could be in either of these, so we'll just make a note of that. How about over here? Well, it can't be here. Can't be here. Could be in either of these two. Probably. How about up top? Can't be here. Can't be here. And it can't be here. So again, it must be one of these two. I think that's everything we can suss out from the ones. Now, Red is asking how I'll feel if this truly is the last game I'll ever see. At least it went down with a good bit of Twitch fake out, and that's something I think everybody can get behind. Alright, how about those number 2s? We've got a 2 here and a 2 here, so it must be along here somewhere. But it can't be here, so it must be one of these two. Anything else? We've got the 2. So the 2 can't be here or here or here, but that's not really giving us much to play with. How about in the center? Can't be either of these two. Can't be either of these two, so it's going to be one of you two. Again, that doesn't really tell me much, does it? Looking up to the top, we just don't have that many 2s to play with, do we? Well, one thing we do know is that the 2 can't be here or here, so it must be one of these. So the 2 must be one of these two over here, but it can't be here since that's a 2, so we know that you are 2. So now we have 2, 2, 2. Isn't that nice? Already narrowed it down a lot. A 2. Again, the 2 must be here or here. Good to know. And how about here? Again, it must be one of these. No? Oh, well, we already have the 2 here. Of course. Can't be there or there, but it's anyone's guess around here. Okay, great. We'll move along to number 3. We've got the 3s here, taking control of the top. It's not giving us a lot to play with here. In fact, we have very, very little in the way of 3s in play. Could it be here or here? I don't know. But I can make a little pencil-y note there so that I can think about it for later. I know that it can't be here. That might be useful. Oh well, we'll move along to 4 then. We have the 4 and the 4. How about here? I don't know if it's either of these two. I just don't know at all. Again, not a lot of 4s to play with. Not a lot at all. Okay, how about 5? What can 5 tell me? It's not here or here, so it'll be one of these two, right? Can't be here. So another 5 is going to be one of you two. Okay. Okay. Looking over here. Another 5 can't be here or here, but that means there's 3 lots of them to play around with. Okay. Okay, good to know. 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5. 5, 5. That's one of these two then, but it's also one of these two, so that doesn't give me a whole lot to play with. We'll have to come back here at a later date. How about number 6 then? We've got a 6 here. Could be anywhere around here then, but we have the 6 here as well. Does this tell me anything? Well, it tells me the 6 has to be in one of these two. There or there. Similarly, it looks like it could be any of these, so I'm not seeing much to play with. Except 6, 6, so it must be one of these two. Okay. But, since there's a 6 here, and it can't be on the bottom row here, the 6 must be one of these. So it can't be this one, it must be that 6. That's good to know. That narrows things down quite a bit for us. Where else are we looking then? One thing I'm really bad at is looking at the lines, so I bet there's something I'm missing here and probably here, but we'll get to that when we are done with all the numbers, alright? There's no need to hurry here. This is not the hurry of Sudoku. This is the zen of Sudoku. So the 7s. We've got a 7 right here, and a 7 here, so it must be one of these two, right? You already know it can't be the center, so that's already off the table. So 7 or 7. Not really any 7s in play elsewhere, so I don't have a lot to play with here. 7 can't be here or here, but then it could be anywhere around here. It tells me next to nothing. So forget the 7s, we'll try the 8s instead. 8, 8, 8. Well, no 8s at the bottom whatsoever. There's only one in the center. Not a lot to play with. How about the top? We've got 8 at the bottom. Where could the 8 be along here? I just don't know. Maybe I'd be able to figure it out. But there's no need to stress ourselves here. This is just zen. Well, never mind the 8s then. How about 9? I'm not seeing much in the way of 9. We've got it here and here. So it's got to be one of these two. I just don't know which. Otherwise, wow, very little in the way of 9 to play with. Okay. Okay. Gaming Monkey, please do not send me a big book of Sudoku. It doesn't sound very zen. I play Sudoku for the zen, you know. Alright, let's go back to these lines then, because I haven't been paying much attention to them. 1, 2, there's no 3. Well, it can't be here, so it must be here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. That gets us an extra 7 in play. So 7, 7, 7. 7, 7. Which means it's got to be one of these two, right? But which one's it gonna be? I don't know. Because the 7 could be any of these. Fascinating. We almost have a line here as well. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's our 6? It could be here. Or it could be there. It would make sense here, but maybe that's just ease of access talking to me. I know it can't be there, so let's just rob you. The 6 has to be somewhere here, but I don't have much to base it off of that could be there. 7, 8. Now 8 can't be here. We already have an 8 in this square, so that tells us you are 6 and you must be 8. Wonderful. Just wonderful. We have another almost done line here. We'll see if we can pluck the 3 numbers out. So we have a 1, a 2, 3, 4, 5. Where could the 6 go? It can't go here, and it can't go here. So it must be here. 7. That means we have 8 and 9 both here. I can't at a glance tell where either of them should go, but it's good to know that both are possible. Now I know the 9 can't be here, the 9 could be any of these, the 8s I just don't have a lot to play with sadly, but with a lot more numbers filled in, we'll be able to progress forward no trouble. We have a square almost completed here, same story down here. If we put our mind to it, I think we can figure it all out. For example, we have a 3 here, and a 3 here, so this one has to be the 3. And since we have a 1 and a 2 and a 3, this must be the 4. Wonderful. With the 4 taking across here and the 4 at the bottom, we know that one of these two must be the 4. The question is which. If we're just able to find one of the 4s down here, we'll be on easy street. So maybe we can put our mind to it and figure it out. Then again, maybe not. Who's to really say? We don't want to stress ourselves out here. It's not the stress of Sudoku. We also said we'd finish the square down at the very bottom, so what do we have? We've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So we've got 5 and 6 both here. Well, we know 6. No, not 6. 6 is already up here. We have 5 in one of these two. Which one? I simply don't know. 7, 8, 9 is also in one of these. And I can't narrow it down to either of them. Paterno Star says, does this game not have any music? Now this is the Zen of Sudoku, not the ABBA of Sudoku. So, don't worry yourself about that. So yeah, 5 or 9, 5 or 9. I also know that one of these two is 5, and that's not narrowing things down for me, sadly. So we've got a bit of groundwork to do. Maybe we could narrow something else down, that would be handy. 7, for example, would be great to narrow down. We have a 7 and a 7. But one of these two, that would help us out. But we're not able to narrow it down that easily. At least, not yet. How about this line at the top? Again, there are only 3 missing here. We have a 1 and a 2. Is the 3 anywhere here? Well, it's not in these two, because there's already a 3 that we placed down, so the 3 must be here. So how about 4? Again, could be either of these. I couldn't tell. 5, 6, 7, and 8 has to be one of these as well, and I just don't know. Could be either. Definitely could be either. Well, if I've narrowed down to 3 here, maybe I can figure out one of the other 3s. Then again, maybe not. We need a 3 down here. That could be either of you two, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, the bottom right square as a whole has been giving me nothing but trouble here, so good to see it's putting the expert in all of this. And I haven't paid any attention to the square here, it seems. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. But where to go from here? Many options, but which one are we going to settle for? Maybe I can figure something out about this square. It bothers me that it's so almost done. We've got a 1. The 2, again, could be either of these. I can't narrow it down from what limited information I have just yet. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 again. Could be anywhere. How about 8? No, 8. 8 and 9. Well, we've got 9 right there. The others aren't helping me out. That's a real shame. Oh well, what can you do? Well, we can keep on moving. I just don't know where. Surely some inspiration will strike. It's bound to someday, right? I don't have a lot going on down here. All of these square bits going on. I don't like that because I can't figure that out very well. Just too zen to be figuring things out. We're looking at 6s here. We got a 6 here and a 6 here, so it could be either of these two. Doesn't narrow it down too much because it could be either of these two as well. That's just not helping. Since the 6 is here and 6 is here, so again the 6 could be either of you two as well. If I knew where the 2 was, that would help out immensely. Again, a lot of things aren't helping us here. Just arrived for the stream. I take it that too many people bothered Jake to keep playing Saladin. I don't know why you'd think that. This isn't the bothering of Sudoku. Nothing but the zen. That said though, I feel like I'm at a bit of an impasse. Like I should... there must be a way to break out of this funk. But how and where? Perhaps I should look at the ones. 1, 1, 1. 1... 1, 1. 1, 1. Again, the 1 could be either of these. Or either of these. And up here, yeah. Well, it's either of these two. That's not helping me out much at all. How about 2s? 2, 2, 2. So far, so good. 2, 2. Yeah, so we got the 2s here. 2, 2. We've got a 2 either there or there. That just doesn't narrow it down for me. We know that the 2 isn't here. If it can... Yeah, well, of course not, because we have that there. So the 2 could be down here. Or either of these two. Just like it could be either of these two. Tricky. Very tricky. Okay, how about 3s then? 3, 3, 3? 3... So 3 could be either of you two, right? Sure, why not? How about around here? It can't be you. Could be either of you or either of you. Well, no, it must be one of these two, because it has to complete this line somewhere, right? In fact, this line as a whole probably needs attention since it's so nearly done. So if it must be one of these, then it must be one of you two, right? So where is it gonna be? Where indeed? Alright, let's look at this. So we've got 1, 2. One of these is a 3. A 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, and 8. And then there's the troublesome 9. Is it a 3 or is it a 9? I just don't know. I wonder if there are people just screaming at what the solutions can be, but this is not the screaming of Sudoku. Sounds like a terrifying thing. This is nothing but the zen of Sudoku. A bothersome line, but one that we will get around to sorting out good and proper. A lot of missing stuff here. Where could it be? A 1, a 2, a possible 3. Any luck with the 4s? Can't be up there. Got 4, 4, and one of you two is a 4. Well, if one of you two is a 4, then one of you two must be a 4. Oh, that's impossible, because the 4 is there. My mistake. That was very nearly a big mistake to make. 4, 4, 4. We'll look at 5s then. 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5. 5. Not here. Again, it's one of these two. Just like it's one of you two. Tricky. I mean, I could take a shot in the dark, but that's just not the way of Sudoku. It's not the way at all. So these are the only 5s we're missing. It'll be one of you. And I would know if I could figure out one of the 9s, one of the 4s, or this 7. 7 continuing to give me some real trouble. 7 can't be here. So it must be either here, right? Or it could be any of these as far as I can tell. Well, there's not a lot that I can tell from this. The only acceptable hint is getgood.exe. Yeah, I'm not in the mood for hints here. This is not the hand-holding of Sudoku. It's only the zen of Sudoku. That said though, this one in particular is giving me some real trouble. 6s aren't here or here, it's one of you two, and I just can't seem to nail down on it. 1, 2, how about 3s? Can't be here. Could be here. Can't be here. Can't be here. Could be there. So the 3 could be there, and the 3 could be here. Then it would need to be a 3 at the bottom somewhere. Could potentially be there. I can't think of a good reason why it wouldn't be. And then we would have 3, 3, and then 3, and there's no reason that doesn't add up. Alright, what number have we not been pushing around enough lately? How about that hateful 8? I think we only have 2, 3 8s in play. So the 8 could be on either of these, right? 8. One of these will be an 8. Something here will be an 8. Very tricky. This game has given me some real jib. I haven't crushed down on a number in a long time now. But there's no need to get worried around here. No need at all. We're missing a 1, we're missing a 4 and an 8. We're also missing a 9 here. The 9 has to be in one of these two. Just like the 1 has to be in one of these two. So I know the 4 is here, the 8 is here, the 1 is here, the 9 is here. There's nothing really 1, 4, 8 or 9 in any of these ranges. And that is troublesome. Oh, what in the world did I just hit there? I don't even know. Well, at times like this, it's good to just sit back, relax, and take a few deep breaths here. It'll all come to us. Very relaxing. There's a reason I nominated this game on the Steam's new awards system. Is there anything special in this game, asks Torna. Yeah. This is levels of Zen that can't even be recorded on the Richter scale. Getting some real trouble trying to suss it out, though. Real trouble. I know the 9 is here or here, so I know the 9 is going to be here or here. That's just not giving me enough to work with. However, the 9 is here or here. This 9 could be any of these, right? The 9 can't be here, so one of these has got to be a 9. Oh man, why would the Zen be ruined with the pop-ups? Should not be the pop-up of Sudoku. Jake, how tranquil are you on a scale of 1 to Zen? Well, I feared that I wouldn't be able to sleep well tonight because I'd be too giddy with excitement. So I figured nothing would sort that out quite like the Zen of Sudoku. I mean, the subtle rain falling in the background along with the sound of it. The blowing of the hair. I think very faintly the umbrella there is moving, although I can't tell. Yeah, haven't been under the knife yet here. Still, we've gone far too long without progress. We got to figure this out. Where could those 6s be? It's got to be one of you two. It's got to be one of you two. That does not tell me enough. And it's got to be one of you two. That don't fly with me. And you should never have to guess in a game of Sudoku. Never ever. It can all be figured out calmly and rationally. That said, though, I do love relying on my luck. So 2 is not in these and not there. It's one of these 2, right? The 2 here must be one of the you or you. Could it be you? I struggle to see why not. So again, there. Just not helping me out enough. 1, 2, 3, yeah, I got the 4s and the 8s here. There's got to be a 1 along this line somewhere. Do we know it's here? Yeah, it must be. The 2, it's got to be here somewhere, we don't know where. 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 can't be here. The 7 must be along here somewhere, but I have very little in the way of clues where. Could be any of them. How about the 8? Again, the 8s could be here. Could be... Well, I know it can't be these. This must be 1 and 9. I know the 8 is up here. So which of these is going to be 8? The 8s here are spoken for. Nothing helpful here. Tricky. Oh, I just love that little sound of something clinking together. Nay clue what though. Troublesome, very troublesome. Three could be here. 3 could be here. Wind chimes, that's what I'm looking for. How about the bottom line here? I know there's a lot missing, but we have a 1, a 2. The 3 apparently must be... Well, no, it could be there, but it could also be there. It's not enough information to tell me which. 4 is here. 5 can't be here. Could be here or here. I mean, the 5 could also be around here. Given this could be something else, that's no given. We've got the 6. 7 can't be here or here, so it must be one of you two. And then there's 8. The 8s, they truly could be everywhere these days. Where, oh where? I feel like I'm just running around randomly, not putting enough thought into this, but don't have a lot to go on here. Not a lot at all. Six. There's no other 6s to play with here. 6. 6. So yeah, I know it's one of you two, but just which one? I did this line, right? 1, 2. Could be either of you for 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And could be either of you for 9. That's troublesome. Very troublesome. Five, 5, 5. 8 and nothing. 2, 2. Yeah, we got the 2s going there. Does Sudoku have VR support? Says iHertzy. Oh, if only. iHertzy's also chucking 20 whole bits here. Phenomenal. But this is not the chucking bits of Sudoku. This is nothing but the Zen of Sudoku. This whole square has been untouched by us. Same with the center, same with here. Something has to be done to sort this out. 5 and 5 and 5 looks good. 6. Yeah, we know about the 6s here. The 7s. What did I put down? A 7 and a 7. I only have one 7 over here though. Does that mean you must be the 7? Why did I even put it there? I mean, couldn't the 7 be any of you? 7, 7, 7. Ah, of course, one of these two is the 7. But then one of you three is a 7. Can't be here, and it can't be here. Could it be here? Realistically, we could have 7, 7, and 7, or 7, 7, 7. That doesn't help me out. Doesn't help me out at all. Can't be here. Can't be here. Can't be here. Can't be here. So it could be you or you. But I'm saying the 7 is there. Couldn't the 7 be here? I struggle to see why it couldn't. Maybe I'm lacking the logic of Sudoku here, because I've had too much Zen of Sudoku. But that's fine, then it's doing exactly what's on the tin. But now I have to stare this thing down. There must be a way. There must be a way there somewhere. I think people are trying to chuck hints in the chat, but I've got no time for the hints of Sudoku. Only the Zen. And through Zen, we will find the solution. Wherever it's hiding. Hang on. The 7s can't be here. Can't be there. Can't be there. If it's there or there, can I narrow that down at all? It's definitely one of you two. It's definitely one of you two and one of you two, but this isn't helping me at all, because they could be in any of these. Okay, maybe I'm getting too drawn into the 7s and their dastardly ploy. How about those 2s, yeah? 2 can't be here or here. And it can't be here. That gives me a lot of options for 2. And it could be in these 2 as well. We've already got our 2 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I know the 9 is at the top here, and these 2, so the 9 must be around here as well, right? Could it realistically be here? I feel like it could be anywhere. The 9 is just problematic like that. Then again... Okay, I already figured this out. The 9 must be on one of these as well. Just like that 3. Probably going to find an exploit or suckle in the Zen Master Teats, please. There's no suckling of Sudoku here. That said, though, this is really work in the mind. Where could it be? Where is our payoff of Sudoku? A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s or 8s? I mean, the 8 could be here, right? Why couldn't it? 8 could be here, right? And the 8 could be here, right? Well, I know the 8 is in one of you two. And the 8 is in one of these. So that also tells me it could be in any of those ones above. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. I just know that it's one in one of these two. So one of you two must have it here, right? I just don't know who could. Either it's there or it's there. If it's here, then I know you're the 8. But if it's there, then you're the 8 and you're the 8. I just can't narrow that one down further. The solution is inside you, says Deselecta. If you can't find it, you need to Zen more. Jake, I don't want to give an obvious hint, but there are more ways to look than just a number at a time. Take a line or a box. Yeah, we've been looking at lines and boxes. It's a very important part of the Zen of Sudoku. It's what helped us out with this line. You're alright though, there's probably other lines we haven't been looking at. Like this one, for example. There are only 3 spaces left to do it. We don't have a number 1. We know it's in one of these two. We have a 2 and a 3. We don't have a 4. It's going to be here somewhere. Could be you. Could well be you. Hell, it could even be you. We have a 5 and a 6 and a 7. The troublesome 8 must be there somewhere. And same for the 9s. Those 9s get around. Something isn't adding up here. 2, 3, 4. Oh, right, 8s can't be there. What am I talking about? Of course they can't. 1, 4, 9, huh? Well, the 1s must be here. So you must be a 4 or a 9. Well, that's not helping me. It's not helping me at all, as far as I can see. We don't have any 4s or 9s going along here to narrow things down. We don't even have much in the way of potential 4s and 9s. Well, I know the 9 is here or here. How about the 9 over here? Well, it can be in any of these. There's a lot of places for a 9. Very tricky. Where could we be looking? Is there any square that we haven't even considered? This is the only one that we haven't drawn all over. Let's consider this line for one, well, the whole shebang then. The 1 can't be here, and it can't be here. This is possible, and this is possible. The 2 is already shown. How about the 3? Well, I mean, it could be down here. Could be here as well. Why not? Why not? Okay, of course it could also be right here. Who's to say? 4, do we have anything to go by for the 4s? Because it could be up top. Could well be around here, right? There's a lot to say for this. We already have 5 here. 6. 6, 6, 6. What's the 6s? Boy, this is troubling. Well, I know the 8 can't be around here, but that 9 could be anywhere. This one's so troubling. That 5 and that 9. Either could be either. Jake's gonna get lost in the snow at this rate. Well, that's quite fine. Getting lost in snow sounds pretty zen, and this is the zen of Sudoku. Five and 9. 5, 5, and it's gonna be one of you. 5, 5, 5. Or 5, 5, 5. This is too much Zen of Sudoku and not enough expert of Sudoku. Okay, if you say so. We'll get it. I just need to figure out how. Feels strange to get this far and be stumped though. We filled up a whole block. One of them's only too short. That 8 and that 9. 1, 1. Where are those ones at? Jake, the exclusive rule of Sudoku, when you have 2 must be placed numbers, eliminate that number from the other boxes in the line /3×3. Those are words, alright. When you have 2 must be placed numbers, eliminate that number from the other boxes in the line or 3×3. I think I kinda get it, but at the same time, maybe not. I think I kinda see what's going on here, though. For example, we must have a 3 here or here, so the 3 can't be here or here. Right. So it must be here or here. This must be a 3, or this must be a 3. That's kind of cool. That's kind of very cool. So you must be a 9, or you must be a 9. I might be able to make good use of that. I also might not, but we'll figure it out yet. Traffic cone is hoping this won't take me 150 years. Well, it can't take me more than 10 hours. Because I got places to be. Must be here or here. But I can't really nail it down further than that as far as I can see. I can't say for certain that either of them will be it. But maybe I can use this in other places. Maybe. Then again, maybe not. Like, I'm thinking the 9, 1, and 4 must be in all of these, but I don't have a 9, 1, or a 4 to remove from here. Nor do I have 8 or 9s to remove from elsewhere. 1 and 9 must be here, the 2, 8, 7s must be here. Green Giant says, I've got like 5 books of Sudoku left to complete. It never ends. Maybe there's something to be said for this exclusivity rule that we have now learnt and maybe can master. How about this? A 1... Where could that 2 must be? I mean, it must be here. I've got 3, 4, how about 5? There's no must. No, yeah, it must be here. One of these 2. 6s must be here. And it can't be there. Must be here or here. 7, forget it. 8, again, must be there or there. Doesn't tell me if it's going to be one of these, though. And never mind 9. 9 is just a whole load of trouble. For some reason I put it down here. Why would 9 not be possible around here? Ah, because it must be here. So 9 must be one of you two, but that's not narrowing it down all that much for me. You know, if that little wind chime thing took on a slightly different tone, it would give me the heebie-jeebies thinking about the spooky jump scare mansion unhappy mask salesman. But this is not the unhappy mask salesman of Sudoku. And let's all be grateful for that. Man, there must be something fundamental I'm missing here. Something I am really missing here. Like this, the 7 must be here. And again, the 8 must be here. There's nowhere else to remove it from. That's the difficult part, though. Maybe I could take one of these lesser used lines. Ones that barely have anything in them. Maybe work something out from that. So a 1, you know, the 2 can't be here. Can't be there. Could be here. Could be here. Okay, fair enough. The 3 can't be here. Could be you. Well, I mean, it must be one of these two, but there's nothing saying it must be you. Just that it can't be you. So this is certainly not 3. That's good to know. 4 can't be here. Can't be you. Could be you. Can't be you. So the 4 can't be here and can't be here. Could be. Could be. Could be. Alright. Unless I previously thought that it must be elsewhere. I mean, why did I not have it here, there before when I put it down there and there? I simply don't know. Maybe. Maybe. No, that doesn't make sense. I would have put it there when I was doing these 4s earlier. Why didn't I? 4, 4. I don't know. Maybe it can. The 5s then. It's already there. So 6. How about 7? Can't be here. Can't be here since this must be something else. Can't be here. Can't be here. Could be here. There's a lot of things this could be. I need to narrow this one down, because I got a lot of things that could be here. Can't be 1. Could be 2, apparently. It could be 3, because that could be 3. So many numbers here. I mean, you could probably be 9 as well, for all I know. Difficult. Very difficult. That still bothers me, though. Why do I have so many numbers here? It's the only place I think that has 4 in it. Let's go through this then. The 8 must be on this line somewhere. It can't be either of you. It could be you. And it could be you. In fact, it must be one of these two. See, we're using that must word. 2 must be here, but I don't know if it's you or you. Okay. And there's that 8, 8, 8. Must be one of you two, and the 2s must be one of you two. Okay. How about that 7 though? It must be along this line somewhere. Okay. Can't be you. Can't be you. Could I eliminate it here somehow? And the possible 7s are everywhere around here. There must be a 7 along this row. So 7 must be here or here. I just don't see it. Yeah, 7 could be any of these as well. And as Crush Merch is saying, you never need to guess in Sudoku. That's the thing. Okay, but I mean, this is just what I need to get in that Zen mentality, so I can drift off to sleep afterwards. Hopefully my last ever sleep as a blind man. Or the first of many. Maybe the numbers are clouding my judgment here. The Zen gods are being cruel with me today. Perhaps I should take a line like this, then. That would really show it. Alright, the 1, it could be here. Could be here. Can't be down here, of course not. So the 1 must be in these two. Must be there or there. Okay. We already have 2. How about 3? Yeah, it could be either of you two. How about around here? Why could it not be here? Because it must be in one of these two. And it's already, so 3 must be there. How about 4? Could be there. No. It must be one of these two. Could also be here. Apparently. Why not here? Why not there? The tiny digits are like pencil marks. Corwin, Mickey. Like, I'm going, okay, this could be a 4, so I'll mark on the 4. Or like what Andvord says, they're vassals. Maybe I'm giving myself too many numbers here. Maybe I should just clear them all, work from a blank slate once again. Alright. So the 4 could be here, is that what we're saying? That's what I'm saying. Don't see a reason why it couldn't. Proddy's saying they don't think the pencil marks are helping me. Yeah, you and me both. I've written a lot of them and they're They're probably just throwing me off here. They're just throwing me off. How about the 3? Wait, 3? Am I not just going back down? I just did 4. Oh yeah, the 3s must be around here. 4, huh? Oh, we got the 5. So the 6s then can't be here. Could be here. So 6 must be in one of these 2. Could be there. It could be there. Seven can't be there or there. Oh, we already have 7. Of course it can't be there or there. How about the 8? Could be there. Can't be anywhere here. Could be there. Could be there or there. Okay. But the 8 can't be here. Why is the 8 not along here? It probably could be in either of these. It must be along here somewhere, right? Okay. Okay. How about that 9 then? Again, it could be there. It must be in one of these 2. So it can't be here. How about the 9's along here? Really, the 9 could be in any of these. I know it must be in one of these 2. So by that token it must be in one of these. Just like how it must be in one of these, because it has to be in one of these. So the 9 must be here. So the 9 must be in one of these 2. But then it could be in any of these. So I mean, we could have 8, 9, 3, 6. But we could also have, I don't know, 9, 8, 3, 6. What could it be? I got so many numbers around here of what they could be, and I'm just not narrowing it down. Jinx, I've been here for a lot longer than I'd ever expected to, but we will get to the bottom of this. We certainly will. I feel like there's something hatching on this line. Really hatching on this line. I just wish there was a way of marking things as exclusive, like it must be here or here. Oh well, maybe there is. Maybe I could like... No, middle clicking ain't doing it. Oh well. I've smacked things everywhere here. But I don't feel any closer to the solution. Maybe it's just waiting to come at me. And maybe we'll be waiting a long time on that. Who's to say? Hang on, I just thought of something. See along here, there has to be a 5 somewhere along this line. It can't be here. Can't be there, we know it's not you. Okay, right, so the 5 must be here or here. which means we can't have 9 and 4 here. That's not possible. One of these has got to give. If the 4 went, then the 4 must be here, which means the 3 can't be there. That would put 3 here. Does that make sense? That means that you would have to be a 3. If you're a 3, then you would be a 9, and you would be a 3. And if you were a 3 and you were a 9, then you would be no, I lost it. I lost that thought. I'd suggest choosing a rule for placing those pencil marks. Either use them when you know a number has to be in 1 or 2 positions in 3 with 3, or 1 by 9. Using multiple rules can be confusing. Yeah, you can say that again. Now maybe what we have to do is just get rid of everything. All these numbers are getting in the way of our zen. And we just have to get rid of them, flush it all out. Because they're not helping us, not one bit. As somebody said earlier, we're not zen enough if it's not coming to us. Oh, this is very precise. Let's just undo an hour of work. Get everything nice and fresh. Somebody said that lonely 4, it's the only choice. Well, you were a lonely 4, but this could be a 4, you know. Doesn't the map look so much cleaner now? Like this is the way it's meant to be. There we go. Isn't that just so much better? So much cleaner. Beautiful. Alright, now we can go through this at a full pace, yet still zen charge. We know this is 3 or 9. We know this is 3 or 9. These ones must be those. What other lines do we have? We've got this one, 1, 2, 3, so we know 4 must be in one of these. 6, 7, same with the 8. And 8 must be there or there. There's no other choice. How about this line here? A 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7. There must be an 8 and 9 here. Must be. To that extent, we know that 8 must be in one of these two. Simply must. Now 1, 2, 3, 4 must be a 5 in one of these. Must be. 6, 7, 8, and our 9s. How about this line then? A 1. I mean, 2 could be either of these, I don't know. But it must be these. It must be one of these two. Has to be. We've got the 3, the 4, the 5s are going to be here. The 6 has to be here. The 7 is taken care of, thankfully. Could have 2 and 6. Could also have 6, 2, 6, 2. There's no way of narrowing that down a bit, unfortunately. Jake, maybe fully complete a square before going on to the next. There's the thing, I mean, this one's so close to being full, but I can't narrow down what it's going to be. Is it going to be a 5 or a 9 here? I made dinner for about an hour, and Jake hasn't actually put down any new numbers. It's beautiful, says AmRasOX00. We're just trying to be zen here. And I think we're succeeding. I think we're doing a great job of that. We've got pencil marks around here and here and here. This one's all done. We need to fill you up with some pencil marks as well. So we've got a 1, a 2 must be in one of these, right? We're going to have a 2, not a 3 or a 4 or a 5 or a 6, but a 7 and 8. 2, 7, 8's got to be here, right? Except 2 can't be there. As for 7 and 8, well, we just don't know. We just don't know. But it must be here, okay? 7 and 8 must be here. Alright? So along this line, we're missing a 1. The 1 has to be around here. Must be there. Can't be here. These are all taken up by 2, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and again the oh, there's the 5, the 6, 7, 8, and the 9 must be here. But what's the combination? I just don't know. These are interchangeable, so are these. He's doing the same thing again, says Prodiful. Of course I am. But sometimes through this you can stumble upon something amazing. Maybe. I don't know. Some level of logic that this is just bamboozling me with. I think since I can narrow down these two, like I know nothing can be in these other than 3 and 9. I might be able to work out the rest of this. Okay. Where does the 1 go? I mean, there has to be a 1 here or here, so it could be a 1 in any of these two, actually. The 1 must be in these two, right? Fair enough. How about the 2? We already have it. The 3 can't be, well, with the 3 must be one of these. We already know that. Good. How about 4? There must be a 4 in one of these two. So the 4 could be anywhere here. I can't narrow that one down. Could be anywhere. Could even be these. These ones are interchangeable. We've got the 5. How about the 6? Can't be in these two. The 6 must be in one of these two. So the 4 can't be in either of these two either. The 4 must be here or here. Must be. Because it can't. These are the only places the 6s and the 1s can be. But I bet I'm about to say that the 7 could be here or... Haha. The 7 must go there. So the 4 must go there. There's no other option. Fantastic. Now watch as we agonize over the next. I don't like a 7 when the 4 is under it. There we go. Ain't that nice? That's just... See, this is the payoff you get with the zen of Sudoku. You don't rush. It's not the blood-pumping, heart-pounding action. You're just trying to zen out. And that means when you reach this epiphany, inner peace can be achieved. Well, that's great. Now we've narrowed down a thing or two. Maybe. Hopefully. For example, we've got our 4 here and our 4 here. So we know the 4 must be here. So this one has to be 8. Who would have thought? Maybe now that we know the 8's there, it can't be here. So that must be the 8. That's also pretty good to know. So we have 8 and 8. I'm sure there's going to be lines aplenty that we can fill out here. 1 and 6. 1 and 9. Well, sorry, 1 and 9 and 1 and 6. Maybe you could be something else then. We need a 1. Can't be there. A 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. A 6 can't be there. Could be there. It probably has to be here. Unless we think it could be here. Could it be there? I'm not sure I buy that. Could be in either of you two. Just like it could be in either of you two. I don't know. I don't buy that at all. Let's maybe roll back to where we were with our lucky number 7s here. Yes, our lucky number 7s here. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Ooh. Which one's it going to be? Well, that doesn't tell me. How about the 4s? 4, 4, yeah, we got all those 4s. Still going to be one of you two, isn't it? And there's this 8 that we solved. We got the 1, the 2. 3 could be here. But it could also be here. 4. 5 could be in either of these two. 6. Well, 7 has to be one of these two. 8. Heavens knows where that 9 is. Well, we know the 9 must be here. But this is also possible. Both of these 9s are possible. But since a 9 must be here, it must be in one of these two, right? Yeah, that's good to know. If I could just narrow down that 9 by figuring this one out, that would be grand. And then that would allow us to solve a lot of the stuff going on around here, probably, because then I'd be able to thunk that that in there. So 1, 2, the 3 could be here, but it could also be here. 4 could be either of these for the 5. Okay. It must be one of you two, but that doesn't tell me if it's you or not. 1 and 1, 6 and 9. So I don't know which one it's going to be here. If I Get a 1, 6, or 9 here, that would help as well. Well, we have the 1. You know, I thunked in 3 numbers. It must have unlocked or told me something else. Something that I'm just not seeing here. 1, 2... How about that 3? I know that that 3 can't be here, because this is either 1 or 6. Also the 3 is over here. And it can't be up here, so 3 is going to be one of you two. Must be. It has to be one of you two. Since the 3 is here, so where could the 3 be here? Could be right there. Could be over here. I can't think of a good reason why it can't be. Is there somewhere else that a 3 must be around here? Could be there. Could be not there. That's not possible. There must be a 3 around here somewhere, and it's not up here. It'll be one of these, depending on which one of these is 3 and which is 9. Jake has now discovered horizontal hints. When progress comes, it comes fast. Let's not get carried away here. Progress comes at a zen rate. Now I've lost my train of thought there, so it can't have been a particularly good one. There must be a 3 around here somewhere. Jake, the Sudoku savant. Oh, we'll get there, don't you worry. It's gonna make the victory taste all that sweeter, all that more zen. Where are we looking now? I mean, this must have unlocked something, but what? 777, 77. There's gotta be a 7 around here. Somewhere. Just like how I know one of these is a 7. Yeah, sure. One of these is a 7. How about the 7's down here? It's gonna be one of you two. 7 and 7. 7, 7, 7. So one of these two must be a 7. I mean, these all could, but one of these two must be a 7. What does that tell me? Yeah, what indeed does that tell me? Jen Turl is just saying invalid logic, Jake. Well, that's okay. It's our Zen logic. It'll see us through to the end one way or another. Even if I have to be here for another hour and a half, we'll get there. One of these must be a 7. Maybe, I mean, what I figured out here was the pairs of 2s really helped me. Really narrowed things down along here. Can I come back to that? Is there a use for that? It was when I had pairs of 2s in the same place, so maybe I should look at this one, because this is a pair of 2s, and this is a pair of 2s, so we'll go through it. We have a 1, we have a 2, we have a... No, hold on, these are different numbers here. Different numbers altogether. Oh well, whatever. We have to have a 3 somewhere here. But it can't be here, since these must fulfill those. 3 could be here. Is there an alternative where the 3 could be? I mean, it could be here, right? How about the 4? Can't be here. No, it can't. Obviously, that's being taken up. It can't be here, so it could be here. Could it? It's either a 7 or a 5. But the 7 could be here and the 5 could be there, so the 4 could go there. That doesn't narrow it down enough for me. The 8s can't be... Well, we know the 8 must be in one of these two, because it fills up the line. Same with the 9. I'm not seeing much help there, honestly. Oh well. Well, you can't have them all. What can we have, though? This worked out really well because I knew these were blocked and these were blocked, right? When you have pairs of 2s, you have something blocked. That's worth remembering. I'd like to block off more things then. For example, that 9 we were talking about earlier, right? Okay, now the 9 must be here or here. Or rather, well, we know it can't be here for some reason. Right? There's a 9 here. There's a 9 here. Why could a 9 not be here? Not seeing a good reason why it couldn't be there. Does that mean these are blocked and this must be 6? That seems like invalid logic to me. Why does that seem invalid? Maybe I'm just being wishful here. Maybe I'm just being wishful. That is like saying this can't be a 9. But it could. I mean, the 9 could be either of these. Then it could be there. And then it would be there. So I don't like that idea. I don't like that idea at all. No, no, not at all. Okay, where have I not poked around at? I've re-poked just about everything here. I've been poking enough around here though. In fact, I have an almost complete line, don't I? So maybe we can get some pairs going on here. Maybe we can. For example, there must be a 1 here. And it must be here or here. That's kind of good. We like pairs, right? We have a 2, we have a 3. There must be a 4. The 4 must be here or here. We have a 5, we have a 6, a 7, an 8. And the 9 has to go around here, but since the 4 and the 1 block these, it must go here. I'm gonna go with that logic. Seems pretty robust. So we got the 1, the 4, the 9. We still have 2 and 6, and there's got to be something else around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there's going to be an 8 hanging around, but heavens knows. Heaven even knows. Can that 9 unlock anything for me? Well, it tells me that you can't be a 9, so you must be it, and you've got to be that 3. That's kind of useful. In its own way. Well, it's probably useful. Getting the 3s out is probably pretty good. It's probably pretty damn good. Just need to figure it out how. A 1, there's a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7. We have an 8 problem. Could be there, Could be there. 2s and 8s. Where are they gonna go? I mean, these are musts, right? But they're not in the same square. I wonder if they can block in that way. I'm not so sure. Really not so sure. I'll keep that in mind, though. So I know the 2... Right, 2, 2, 2. 2's got to be here somewhere, right? Could be there. Could be there. I do wonder. I like this must rule. I like it a lot. And one thing I know is that the 9 must be in one of these two, but I also know it's got to be in one of these two as well. That doesn't help me out. But maybe I can work out some extra stuff here. I know the 9s must be here. That 7 is here. Why is it there? I don't really like it very much. Let's get rid of it. Where could the 2s be? The 2 can't be here. Or can it? Why could it not? No, I just said it could be. It could be there or there. It can't be here or here. Or here, but it could be in any of these 3 spots, right? That's a could be though, not a must. It must be in one of those 3, but it's not a pair. That's not very useful. How about 3? 3, 3. 3 must be here or here. Can we make any pairs out of this? Well, not yet. How about 4s? Can't be in these 2. Yeah, these all look possible. We have 5 and 6. We have 7 and 7, but could be anywhere here. And 8s. 8s are all over the place. This isn't too helpful for me at all. I know the 9 must be there or there. And the 9 must be there or there. Which doesn't tell me much because the 9 is already there. I was getting excited about being able to thunk this one down. 8 could be here, or here, or here. Has he got any since the 4, 7, 8? You better believe I got this 9. And I'm not sure I've ever been so proud of my life. 1. Could be anyone's 2 in these 2. And then there's 8, which could be in either of these 2. If this were 6, then that would be 2 and that would be 8. If this were 8, could this even be 8? If you were 8, okay, bottom would be 2 and top would be 6. That doesn't narrow things down for me, unfortunately. That bell is testing my zen, says Treats. Well, this is the zen of Sudoku. So if you're finding it tested, then I think you need to work it a bit better. This is a mishmash for me. I can't tell which one's going to be which. unfortunately. I mean, I know that a 6 has to be here or here. And if it's here or here, well, I mean, we already have this 6 here, so that doesn't help me out, does it? Can't quite tell. But there's no risk to be had here. There's a solution and we will work it out calmly and rationally. So many close calls here. Where could it be? We've filled out quite a lot here, haven't we? Filled out quite a lot indeed. There's some that are very close. We've got this one down and this one down, so maybe we could just go along a bit. A 1 has to be here or here. We have the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6. Yeah. Can't be here, but it could be here, but it similarly could be here. We have the 7, the 8. 9 can't be here. 9 could be here. Not very helpful, really. Zen, no need for talks about how there should be a stable government now. There's no need to lose stability around here. These 3s and 9s could be everywhere. I get kind of confused between the coulds and the musts now, since there's no way to switch between them. I'm being incentivized to try, well, not incentivized, but pushed to have a crack at the middle right box. It might narrow down other squares. It is the most untouched box that we have around here. I mean, for one, we have this line that's very nearly done, but that's because this one could be 2 or 8. I didn't want to leave that written down. It just felt amateur. But you're right, we haven't looked much at it. So where could the 2s be? And 2s could be all along the top. Well, not there. So lots of options for 2. How about 3? Can't be in these 2. Can't be in any of these. So 3 must be here or here. Don't quite have the pairs though. Oh, hang on, it can't be there. 3 and 3 and 3. Hot damn. 3, 3, 3. Who would have guessed? That was a simple one. That evaded me for so long. It's pretty good. How about 4 then? Can't be here. Can't be there. That leaves a lot of options for 4. We already have the 5 and the 6. How about the 7? It's going to have to be on the top. That's a lot of options for 7. And then there was the 8, which could be here. Can't be here. It could be there though. Could always be there. And then there's 9, which is one of these 2. There must be some combination here that works, right? There must be, right? And there's so many combinations that would probably work here, because there's all these everythings everywhere. But maybe that 3 can help out. For example, we now know that 3 can't be here. If it can't be there, and it can't be in these 2, and it can't be up top, then it must be here, right? That looks pretty good to me. What does that get rid of? Well, that's 7 there. It's got to go somewhere. Since it can't go there, it must go there. And since you can't be a 3 anymore, it's got to be here. I mean, where else could it be? Somebody tell me, where else could it be? I don't know. That narrows down to 6 to here, so you must be the 9. That's pretty good. So if you're the 9, then the other 9 must be there, because you've got to be the 5. It's pretty good, isn't it? You can't be the 6, you must be the 1, and you must be the 6. Since we have the 1 here, you've got to be the 9. You are the chosen one. So are you achieving your Zen yet? Because I think we're achieving Zen at pretty breakneck speeds. That insinuates that the 4 must be there. That's pretty good. We are cracking ahead. Since we know the 4 is there, we know it cannot be either of these two, so it must be you, right? I hope so, because otherwise we'd be a right fool. And along this line, we've got our 1, we've got our 2, we've got our 3, our 4, our 5, our 6, our 7, but not our 8. Since we know that that was the 8, it's not going to be down here. This must be the 2. And up top, that's where we have the 6, meaning that you're the 8. Wonderful. Just wonderful. If our 8 is there, then it's certainly not going to be here. It's most likely going to be over here. It's got to be along this row somewhere, right? Which makes you the 9. Oh yeah. If you're the 9, then it certainly isn't going to be here. It's most likely going to be right there. How about those 2s? It's going to be on one of these, but you make it not there, so it's going to be 2 right there. And 7. Which completely knocks out the chance of you being a 7. Isn't that nice? So, the writing's on the wall here. The 2 can't be here. It must be over to the far left. Since we know that our 8 is here, the other 8 has got to be right there. Oh, and that's the 8's all scratched off. Meaning, what could the center be? Well, we have a 1. We have 2 and 3 and 4. We've got 5. We have 6, but we don't have 7. Bringing us down to the bottom right, so we can go through it. We've got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, but we don't have 4. Can't be here. It's got to be there. And finally, we've got our 5 here, and here, and here. That's 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And with that, I think we've achieved the perfect levels of Zen for our Sudoku. So no need to play again. We have mastered Sudoku. And we've incorporated the Zen into ourselves. And this is just what I needed, because I wanted to just chill out with the Zen before I hit the hay and embrace the potential blindness or casting off the shackles of blindness tomorrow. So, cheers for joining for definitely not Saladin's Revenge. This has been Saladin's Zen. I'll be back when I'm able to see. I don't know when that will be. Some say it takes only a day. I've heard people say it takes weeks. I'll have fun either way, but from me for now, cheers and thanks for joining on this Zen of Sudoku.